Alright, guys, sorry about that. I need to grab a snack super fast. Yeah, if it doesn't, it will after Steam launch. As of right now, I don't actually know what the overall player base is. During prime time, it easily hits 3,500. Yeah, and we're far, far out of prime time. Like, as far as you could possibly be out of prime time. We're at the opposite side of prime time. Alright, well, with Loco logged off, Bracket, the Steam launch is to be determined. They're going to hold off until the servers are nice and stable, my man. What about all these major pines? Are they good to go as well? The pines and the maples?
Do you want me to get the horse?
Yeah, are you able to?
I can just log on to my get it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need to pull a horse out to grab these, to grab this wood. If you want to, we can, we can go over there, put 6 logs in there, and then have you saw out the logs, and then do it both ways. You know what I mean? Carry the whole log inside of there with a full cart of building logs as well. Kind of double up on it.
Log into it now.
Okay. Yeah, it's one big map. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, Loco's actually back now. Look at that. Donka. Oops. Now she posts hashtag me too. You stupid horse. So, and right now you can still meet an enemy player. Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness. I can see my own throat. Oh, they dropped him by half. They're like, maybe nobody's willing to be that stupid. Welcome back, my friend. Jesus, 1 log, 9 boards, 4 regional. That's just the way it works, man. When you don't want regional, you're going to get them. Build that regional support beam, my man. Lowball everyone else. Yeah, they are far overpriced, Kurt. That is a very, very expensive regional board. Or regional door. I think nine gold is a fair price for a fair resource. Like a very, very rare resource. Not if nobody's buying it. Because you don't have to rely on that resource. You can always just switch to a different resource, Kurt. Who's throwing rocks at me?
did you go with the cart?
I'm over here by the pines, or the birch rather, far right of the trees. Figured I could start off by just cutting all these things down for you, and then let you saw them out, and then I'll throw in 6 of them into the cart, carry it over, because there's already some building logs in there that are left over from the last projects. I'll go over to load them in, come back, cut down 6 more trees, load up whatever logs you cut out, and then go back over there.
Fair enough. Said someone throwing rocks at you.
Yeah, so it's a weird audio glitch I've been getting lately, man. Like, I don't see the rock, but it sounds like I hear one. It's just like a weird audio. It's happened the last couple of days. Like, sometimes it even doubles or triples up on the sound.
It's weird.
Unless it was you fucking with me every time.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, so on it,
Guys,
remember,
rocks.
we remember the other day when I was like, dude, I don't know what the hell that was. It was like a double rock sound or something, like somebody swinging something next to your head. What's that?
I heard that on your stream.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
it did.
so-
What's that?
I think it was loco that time.
Oh, was it? Well, then it was probably somebody sitting up on the fucking wall shooting over at us. Could have even been Loco.
Put it past him. Start selling these out now.
Yeah. Figure we'll double up on it. We'll fill it full of the actual tree, like the actual log itself, and then we'll throw building logs on top of them as well.
I heard something hitting a tree. I bet it is loco.
I can't hear a damn thing when those trees are falling. What do you say?
I heard something hitting a tree just now, so it probably is loco.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's fucking shit, Ian.
A Loco said he's in the town at the moment slinging. If you if you rotate it, but it's on, it's the only square it's on. It's the same. Is the same. It's the same. I think, right? I don't build, so don't really know. I don't quite know what you mean by all that. So basically, yeah, you can rotate it, but there's also multiple building choices on top of it as well. So you can rotate it to get it to be different. And yeah, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, if you rotate it all the way around and it's still in the same spots, it'll be the same. But you can cock them, so there's like, you know, like one on each corner. And it'll change it, and then you can also just put a different building, because like for each one of the major buildings, you know, there's many places you could put it for one. And then for things like the large houses, you have 2 different houses to choose from. So I mean, there's lots of ways to get out of having to go with a specific, you know, piece of wood that you, or, you know, specific resource that you don't want to use. You're not stuck relying on any specific
What Mendoza
region.
was talking about in Discord. He wrote, "I'm a dick."
Wait, what? Where did you write this in Discord? In general?
He deleted it.
Oh, he deleted it?
I looked in there and he wrote, "I'm a dick." So I said, "Shocker."
Oh, that's when he said his brother and his sister or his girlfriend did something. Now I get it. It was an excuse.
the timer still on here?
No.
'Cause I can't look in the cart.
Are the wheels spinning on it?
No, I can only inspect the horse.
Weird. Hold on. Can you see the timer now?
Yep. Can't
Oops.
inspect the cart even.
That's odd. Or you want to trade to me? Oh, never mind. I'll just grab them out of the bag. There's a bag right behind you. I really gotta change my default back to inventory. Yeah, but even when you're even when it's on cooldown, you should still be able to inspect the cart. Loots, loots, and more loots. Thank you very much, Dunder. I appreciate you, man. If you don't win, dude, some of you guys, if you don't win it, I don't understand what happened. Like, oof. Oh man, it's gonna be somebody who's only done one loots that wins it. Watch. All right, there we go. It's full up. Yeah, I forgot to cut down more trees, man. I'm sorry. You loot, you win. That's right, Braca. That's right. The more loots, the more likely are to win the drawing. Damn, man. These things take a bit to cut down. L for loots. You just ought to do it, Kurt. Yeah. We've been playing this game a long, long time. It's a known bug, Kurt. You have to restart sometimes. So the cart will be... It's really weird, man. It looks like it's stuck in place. Sometimes moving the cart helps. Sometimes removing the horse off the cart helps. But what always helps is just doing a restart of your game client. You'll be able to get into it. So many trees, so little wood. $110 fucking subscribers, man. My mind is blown. We're taking all your trees, Methy. You're gonna have no trees, no more boards for you. damn sure of it. It's Dunder luck. How you doing, Dunder? How'd work go today? You're able to look at it now, though. Grim.
Nope. We'll just miss back.
Yeah, it's a fucking... So whenever that happens to me, I have to restart the damn client. Exactly, Dunder, exactly. I'm gonna fuck this log up. Why in the hell would I want to level Artisan to 90, huh? Ah, yeah, the tree ingredients. Stupid tree ingredients. It's so funny, man. I never get anything special out of trees. And then on Noob Island, I fucking gathered sticks for like an hour. And I got like one special thing out of the tree and then like 3 eggs out of trees. I was like, what the hell? Why can't I do this on my main? Correct, Methy. Well, it's doing any kind of gathering from a tree. Already has enough logs to hold you for a run back there, or over there and back. You want me to cut down more? I think I probably should cut down more, yeah. They only have like 3 logs in them, right? You know what? I'll just cut them all down. I'll just cut them all down before I do the first run. That way they're ready to go. And then I'll bring the cart through to you. So honestly, if you want to leave bags, like if you want to stand in between logs and start cutting them out, and then just drop individual bags on the way down, I can just pull the horse cart through and pick them all up. But yeah, just come grab one, Methy. Not a big deal, man.
You're still no logs.
Yep. I told him he could. These were, yeah, he's been doing this all day. I feel bad for him. He's trying to build his goddamn mine shaft, and he's got to run all the way here and carry a log. I feel bad, but I'm laughing about it. So do I really feel bad? I feel like I do, but maybe I really don't. I just realized we should be nice to Methy, though. We're relying on him for our iron source. You think regional chance should be lowered? I think it will be once the economy's set up. What's that?
So I'm not being nice.
Yeah, I think once the economy is stabilized, absolutely, because it is a pretty high drop chance right now. But the economy is not at all stable yet. Needs to get the supply and demand need to even out first. It is too common right now. But it's a good thing while the economy gets stable. Think of it like a government bailout. They're putting a seed into the economy. I've got a toothpick grinder somewhere and I need it. I don't know where the hell I put it. I carried it up here. And now I'm missing it. I don't know where the hell I put it, guys. It's lost forever. Oh. Dropped it on the ground. I mean, you also got to think too. You know, I just realized something, Kurt. I mean, I'm just thinking about something like business-wise, right? Business-wise, overall revenue generation-wise, there are far fewer hardcore PvPers. Because I'm a hardcore PvPer, but I'm willing to put in the time and the effort to do stuff the way the game is designed to do it. And so I don't care which way they go design-wise, personally. Like I'm willing to go through the droll part. I mean, but the other thing too is I enjoy like Korean MMOs where, for example, like BDO, where it takes months and months and months of grinding before you can actually do any real PvP. And that's kind of my thing. And so I really enjoy that aspect of it, of like the grind. Like I respect the grind, and so I think they also need a PvP server with no rules. It was really what I was hoping for. I don't think anybody play on it, man. Sorry I didn't come back. I had some personal stuff to deal with. I'll be back tomorrow. Ice. Hey, don't go to apologize, man. You're fine.
I'm gonna put the timer back on that cart.
Probably should, huh? Yeah, I will. Just make it JH constantly. I think that would be a dead server, man. I think there's far less people that would want to do that than you think. It's easy to think that there's a lot of people that think like you, but since they made those rules, the server population has increased, my friend. So at this time, like 2-3 weeks ago, there would only be like maybe 700 to 900 players, 900 at best, and that was on a really good network. Like, damn, dude, there's still 900 people on right now. Right now, there's 1,600 players on. So I think it's having the impact is not the way you're looking at it. It's increased the server population, and it's increased their ability to generate revenue. And as a bit, you know, from a business perspective, they have made all the right decisions. You're trying to tell me that right now there's 700 Chinese players on Loco? I mean, there's a lot, but there's not 700. Overall, their business is, overall, they're making positive business decisions. So there's no way for us to check, but I know you're just joking, by the way, Loco. I mean, I know there's probably some seriousness in what you're saying, because I mean, yeah, there is, but there's always been a Chinese alliance on the server, so that's not really a major play on whether or not, you know, the server population went up or down depending on their business changes. Because the only significant change has been the changes to the PvP rules, which I'm okay with just because of the fact that the server population is going up. And if you do want real PvP, like truly competitive PvP, then that's what you want. You want a larger server. You want more people doing it because you're going to have more farmers, more people that are doing nothing but contributing to the overall economy, making it so that people that are PvP heavy, like yourself, Kurtwad, are able to log in during only the times that you want to get on to play and do your PvP, right? Oh yeah, a lot. Yeah, definitely a lot play the game. You also got to remember though, he's also a huge streamer in general, so he's just got a huge follower base for whatever else he plays. Because that guy, I was looking at some of his VODs. He's kind of a variety streamer, and so he's just got a large you know, viewer base from whatever else he streams as well. So I don't think that really contributes a whole lot to the overall economy of the game. Doing it. How many of those are AFKs doing stuff? Well, so personally, I think they need to get rid of all macroing in the game whatsoever, even the single button clicks. I would be absolutely 100% okay with them getting rid of it. Just because I don't think that that really contributes to the game in any way. I think it takes away too much from the spirit of the game, personally. And either way, that's kind of, so sure, that could be true, but they weren't there last week, or the week before that, or the week before that. So either way, their changes have increased their revenue growth. It doesn't matter what those guys are doing in the game; they've still increased the revenue growth, regardless of what you think they may or may not be doing, right? How else do I get 20K playing Fiverr? Exactly. Well, so yeah, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter what a player's doing, they've already contributed to the overall revenue growth of the company. And it's apparent it's apparent in the player numbers. Because those guys, you know, these numbers were not there 2-3 weeks ago. So if they have the tendency to be AFK farmers, where were they last week? And the week before that? So arguing that they lost players is not really relevant because they've increased their overall player base. If they lost a small group to gain a large group, then it's overall a good business decision on their part. And to up a whole new server just for a small minority of players that are truly upset about it, because it is a small minority, or the people that are claiming that they're very upset aren't upset enough to actually put their money where their mouth is and stop playing the game. Oh yeah, of course there's going to be a spike during JH, man. Because most guilds, first of all, require everybody to be online during JH. So that's one big reason there, because they don't want to get kicked out. Most alliances, they call for an all-person online thing. I mean, so it's hard to say that what you say is true. And even then, like, again, I realize I keep on falling for your little bear traps here, man. That's irrelevant. Those players that log in during those JHs, they've already paid for the game. They've already paid. So they've already contributed, and they've already generated revenue off those guys. So whether or not they play every single day or not, if they play less, that actually drives the cost of owning and running the game down. But the argument is invalid because more players are playing the game since they've made the changes. So overall, they're increasing the revenue. It doesn't matter how you personally feel about it, because overall, the company has generated more money, which is better for the entire game economy. The economy within the game. You might not like the decision, but a majority of people disagree with you. Because they're voting with their money. Or, everybody, like I said, or everybody that's truly, really upset with the changes. Everybody that's truly upset with the changes that claims that they're super, super upset and angry about it, they're not putting their money where their mouth is and they continue playing the game anyways. Which means they're not that upset about it. Negative, Loco. Both of them are only a week right now because of the server stability issues. Does EU and JH have daily? Look at the spike in JH today versus tomorrow's population. Not logged in because they could die. I mean, that's a hard one to argue too. You have no true idea about that number. So it's very speculative for one. Secondly, the server population overall spikes during JH. So what would be like what's your basis behind believing that that people log off to avoid death? I don't understand the argument. I mean, am I so I know Kurt and I are kind of going back and forth, guys. Weigh in your opinions. What do you guys think? I'm not arguing with Kirk just because I disagree with him. I just like complex discussion. What do you guys think? Am I right? Is Kurt right? Let us know. Weigh in on what you guys. What's your opinion, guys? And I'm not looking for personal opinions here. What I'm curious about. I mean, you could weigh in with your personal opinion, but specifically what I'm asking about here is business decision wise. It's kind of hard to argue that people in general want, the ability to jump over walls and shit when the overall server population is increasing, week over week, day over day. So I'm just kind of curious, like, am I the only one that feels that way? That's kind of how I feel. That's what I think as well, Loco. They want, because what they're trying to do is keep people that are not interested in PvP. They're trying to keep them involved in the game because it generates revenue. And so they're taking away the ability for people to just basically harass them for no reason once their walls are up. So they're making it so that the walls actually have an effect. which I'm okay with. It's like, whatever, cool, man. Cool, man. That's good. Let the people that don't necessarily want to be in PvP all the time not be in PvP all the time. And then in general, the argument I hear back would be something along the lines of there's servers for them. It's called, you know, fucking RP servers, which is also an invalid argument, guys, because there's a difference between RP and PvP, a huge difference. Not to mention on top of that, with the overall economy, absolutely 100% requires players that don't want to do PvP, or that are not only interested in PvP, in order to make the economy even work. So there's that as well, right? So I'm going to kibosh that argument right there, because that argument, which I know is going to probably come up, is invalid. Yeah, I actually do agree with that, Rocket. But the question is, how do you make it more tasty without people queuing about it being pay to win? Because it's already been declared that it's a pay to play game, right? And so I do agree with you there, but there needs to be, they need to tiptoe a fine line. It's a fine line they must tiptoe. A juicier subscription, absolutely. But how do they do it without being considered pay to win? Oh, hell yeah, man. So, oh man, I filled up fast. Me as well, Braca. Yeah, Rocket. So I'm not sure. I mean, do you have any ideas of what they could do to make it more tasty without making it pay to win? Trying to think of what they could do. They could make it so that each month you get a permanent unlock for a skin. Instead of giving you a whole armor set, they give you just one piece. That way you can slowly collect all the pieces. They could add that to it. I would actually really like that. So I'm trying to figure out, I don't know, man, like what could you possibly add? Absolutely, Braca. That's what makes this all different. Stop people from being bullies. The time this game is putting up walls stops raiders, and a couple people trying to jump over walls. That was a thing of the... Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. It wasn't a thing. It's not realistic. Honestly, I feel like people want this to be like Rust, and that's not this game. It's a very different game, and that's kind of, it's obviously just it's an extreme opinion, but it's my opinion. Like, this isn't Rust. That's not what this game is. If you're looking for constant PvP, this is not the right game for you. That's not what this game is. This game is about political intrigue, building up a huge economy, and it's about building up that player economy. It's not EVE Online. And it's not Rust. Yeah, Grim, and that's what I feel. I feel like they want it to be like Rust, and that is not this game. This is a very, very different game with a very different target player base. PvP is necessary, yes. Some people love it, some people don't, though, and they took away all the content for them. They don't need to defend their base now because walls do it for them and can't attack walls because they are impregnable, except for during judgment hours. And what, Kurt? Why don't you build a battle totem or build a siege totem? Because if they really are as weak as you think they are, build your siege totem or build your battle totems, deplete them, and then siege them. Yeah, Rocket. It's like such a fine line, right? It is possible to destroy walls, yes, Loco. A sub is the same thing as pay to win. No way, Kurt. Because think about it this way, man. All it's doing is increasing your time per day you play the game by an hour. So if you play for 8 hours and you use a power hour, it's like you played for 9 hours. So basically, all it's doing is it's decreasing the time span in which you have to play to gain skill levels. It is the other way around. Yeah, the best defense is a strong offense. Shut up, horse. Man, nobody would play on it, man. If they made a new server with a super heavy PvP focus, the player base would be minuscule at best. It wouldn't be really playable. If they made it like a Life is Feudal, your own server size, then sure. Maybe a little bit larger, maybe like 2 or 3 noob islands like size, and just call it like an arena thing, and sure, I can see that because they could make it so it's a fairly small server, hardware requirements to be very low, and just call it good. Because realistically, there's not that many people that are all for some crazy open world PvP thing where people could build man pyramids and kill their farmers. And you know why that wouldn't work? Because people that want to jump over walls and kill AFK farmers and whatnot, they're not looking for real PvP. That's why they don't feel like the other stuff is enough. Like IB's not enough. Siege battles not enough. It's because those are straightforward fights. They're fair fights. They're actual combat. And that's not what they feel is missing. What they want to do is gank people and just cause grief. Okay, now, fair enough. That map was terrible. That map was garbage. I'll agree with that 150%. Make battle totem cheaper. and are at only set times. What am I supposed to do to take off work to fight? And I don't want to destroy someone's base. I want content for PvT, not to burn everything down or grief them. I want PvP whenever I want. Well then, having it at a set time is not... Wait, what? You're confusing me. Hold on. Let me reread what you wrote. If you make the battle totem cheaper, and make it so that it's only at set times, how does that fix the problem of you not being able to take time off work to actually go partake in PvP? Yeah, there's just not enough interest for a PvP server. Like I don't think you understand, man. What you want is a different game. Like Kurtwad, what you're asking for is Rust. This isn't Rust, my man. You don't make human pyramids and then jump over walls. Even if they add a siege ladder, there's going to be a counter to it, and the siege ladder won't be enough for you. Because somebody will be able to counter the siege ladder by pushing it off the wall or something. Or arc, exactly. Like you're looking for a different game, my friend. And I'm not meaning that in a mean way. What I'm saying is there's games for what you're looking for. The game that you're asking for already exists. It's already out there in many different forms. This game is different than the rest, and that's why people like it. That's one of the things that people look forward to about this game, is that it's not your typical Rust. It's not your typical... We were just in combat literally yesterday. And then 2 days before that. PvP is not as the moment. When was the last time you were in combat? You were in the army, you mean people never attacked an enemy base ever? I don't know, like, what do you... Of course they did. Of course they did. But they never jumped over my walls. And this isn't real life. That's what I've been trying to explain to you. In real life, you're in the actual army. You don't get to take time off, man. This isn't people's lives. They shouldn't have to dedicate 24 hours of their day to play the game to make sure that their base stays there. Or that their farmer that doesn't do PvP very well doesn't get killed. See, in real life, you've got the infantry literally protecting the supply guy and the mail guy. 24 hours a day. You can't do that in this because it's a video game, my man. I mean, literally, we could have joined a warband today. But we didn't because we're working on finishing up these walls. And getting our marketplace built. Absolutely, Rebel. Absolutely. You didn't see that message? What do you mean toxic? Literally, we had a gigantic warband at our front door asking if we wanted to go fight with them. Alpha, GG. Oh, let's see. You're terrible at this. Can I join you? Of course you can. Yep. This area that I'm building right now, correction, that we're building right now, is the area that all new recruits are going to be able to come play in, man. Kurt, you're looking for a different game, my man. This isn't Rust. It's a different target audience than Rust. It's not what you're looking for, man. If what you're looking for is literally to carry bark boxes and then jump over somebody's walls to kill AFKers, this isn't the game for you, man. Like, I hate to say that, but it's true. Like, this is not that game. What you want is a game that already exists. And in many different forms. Literally, like, point a stick in any direction on Steam and you'll find a game like that. Or take pride in the fact that this game is different. Valid point, Dunder. It's a valid point. That's what, yeah, I don't even understand either. I don't get it, Braca. Like, I don't understand it, man. Doesn't seem like very much fun to me. Oh, you have Life is Feudal of your own? Yeah, so all you have to do... Yeah, so Alpha GG, if you go to the website, all you gotta do is type in... Click on that link, and then go up to the top right. If you don't have an account yet, create an account. And link your Steam account. You have one free character. You have one free character that you can get for the game. Making the siege ladder incredibly expensive would be no different than making the totems incredibly expensive, which you've already complained about. I really don't understand. You ran out of boards? Well, hey, man. I'm going to drop a bunch of boards right here. They're yours. Let me make sure this is full of them. I think it is. Here you go, my man. We got some boards for you, homie. I'm going to drop them right here in a bag. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Go to a big base you're at war with, and yeah, exactly, equals PvP. You're probably pretty far behind then, Toxic. Because I'm reading the shit raise that comes through, my man. You be lagging behind, my friend. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. You know what else causes PvP? Taking your horde of people to an actual enemy base. An actual base that can fight back. And shooting arrows over their wall at their guard that's standing on top of the gate. You will get into a fight. The totem problem you have is the set times. But you said on the PvP server you wanted set times. You keep on contradicting yourself, my man. Anyway, 2 or 3 more guilds can always arrange PvP because they want to. But they don't want to. Exactly. If a majority of people felt the same way you do, there would have been a drop in the player base. They would have recognized that and they would have changed it back. But as of right now, it's almost not even really an argument what you're asking for, just because nobody else wants it. It's very, very few and a very, very small group of people that wants what you want. I'm not saying it's not legitimate. What I'm saying is there's already games like what you want. A lot of them. Whole hell of a lot of them. Too many, in my opinion. So many, in fact, that the whole marketplace for it is kind of overloaded right now with kind of shit games that are copycats. For me, if I'm looking for quick PvP in a competitive format, the damn bag is stuck. Honestly, you've only jumped walls of an enemy, and you know what? They fought me, and that was one time since the game came out. So if it's only happened one time since the game came out, what are you so upset about the changes for? Because the changes are more recent than that, right?
Character name Ruin. Anyone know him? Orange text.
Ruin? R-U-I-N?
Yep.
Negative. Never heard of him. Where are you at?
North Bay.
Trying to get the cart on our property real fast, put the horse in there. Throw the horse in the cart and go fuck this dude up, yeah? Orange text means he's a murderer. Not really, actually. It just means he's a criminal. He's negative.
Where
Is he in a guild?
Northgate.
I'm at the North Gate.
CSTG.
Oh, he's CSCG kill on site.
How did that miss?
You what? Did he attack you?
No.
He's just jumping up and down in front of the north gate.
Did he say anything?
I said hey. He said hi. Grim said hello. He said hi. Grim said bye.
Beautiful. You want to loot him or you want me to loot him? How far negative are you?
I'm not. I went down to 28.
Oh, okay, I'm still at 0. I'll let you loot him.
Should have marked him as a fucking trespasser.
Oh, you should have. Yeah, you wouldn't have gone down at all.
I got his head too.
What did he have?
I had some bark, sticks, clothes, food.
Hmm.
I got his head.
What I guess for being a
6
criminal, I
quality.
guess. Ooh, 60 quality. Nice.
6.
Oh, 6. He was made of shit.
Fucking hell.
Uh,
I dropped a lot. I was near 40.
Did he surrender?
No. Stood there. I dropped by 15. Together.
That makes sense. 13 for killing a neutral, and then or sorry, two for assaulting, and then negative 12 or negative 13 for killing somebody. So funny, after Kurt Watson, there's no way to PvP, and then you just killed a guy.
And that's the kind of PvP they want. Unarmed.
Yep. Hey, Grim. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish these walls up tonight, man.
How many of them are full of logs and stuff?
No. Hey, Grim, how satisfied were you with that kill? Did you feel any glory or satisfaction in that kill?
I lost fucking alignments.
I know. It's just irrelevant. It's like, whatever. It's just a dude. There's no satisfaction in that fucking kill. It's because, you know why? It wasn't fucking PvP. PvP is an actual goddamn fight. Ugh. Goddamn. Kurt Waters said there's no satisfaction in that? No, fuck no, there's not. There is nothing.
Voluntary execution. He didn't try and get away, didn't put up any resistance, so he just got himself executed.
That's the thing I use about jumping walls. I do. It needs to be an actual fucking fight. That's what I'm saying. You gotta play something. Fucking aiming. I hate that. The hitboxes on these logs are larger than the actual object itself. And for some reason, it doesn't turn red. And so you just gotta kind of like lift it up. It's annoying. If you show me how when I get on, I'll help you build it. Grim, you're a criminal. That is the same argument I use for it, yes. Because it's the same argument. Jumping over a wall.
5 more hours, apparently.
What's that?
5 hours.
5 hours for what?
Marked as a criminal.
Oh yeah, they increased. Yeah, because when I killed that guy that was down on the ground, dude, it was 17 hours. When I killed that guy that was surrendered.
I thought his name was yellow though. It was.
Yeah, it
Not
was.
diluted
So
in.
yeah, well, he wasn't. So his alignment wasn't at negative 49 yet. So then it turns red. At orange, it means he's between -1 and -10. Or maybe it was -1 and -20. Oh, you're talking about in real life, Toxic.
That's dumb. I should be able to kill all the nakeds I want. Never lose alignment.
We technically could have. We could have just marked him. I didn't even think about it. I know.
How many of these walls have all the logs in them?
I think up to just before this first curve here. Yeah, so the angled wall here has everything in it. Nothing past it does.
This one over here needs 3 more.
Skipped one. Damn me. So actually, man, I think probably with the logs you've got here, I bet you one more run we could probably have all these up.
Start on these out right here. Faster.
Yep, that's true. That guy was asking for death. Trespassing, my man. You got excited and ran over. He got excited, in my opinion. You guys got excited. Well, so I was afraid that he was going to try and kill our poor Forester. He ended up just being a scrub, though. So I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. These CTSG, or CSTG? CSTG, or... It is CSTG, yeah. So the CSTG, I'm not sure what they're doing. They keep on coming into our land and then just basically sacrificing themselves. I don't know what the hell's going on. I think they're doing it to try and lower our alignment, maybe? Per once. Let's see. How long you let that beard grow? ZZ Top. Honestly, it depends on how long. It depends on how healthy I can keep it. So the healthier you can keep it, the longer it can grow without looking scraggly at the end. I don't dig that scraggly at the end look where it's all like thinned out and looks all, you can see through it. That's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is like a nice, solid, clean, model-esque beard. And so basically, as long as I can grow it while maintaining that look, that appearance of just nice fullness. And that really just depends on how nicely I can keep up with it. It's challenging, man. The longer it gets, the harder it is to keep it looking purty. Alright, so I need to put more in that. 4 more in that one. Fuck, guys, I'm getting tired. Kurtwad, what is with all the salt? You just hating on the game? Well, I guess it's done. Can you tell me a medieval-based game that is a base builder game that has PvP? Man. Grim, what's it? For Honor. Oh, no, there's no base building in For Honor.
Reign of Kings.
Reign of Kings. There we go. Mushrooms. Matthew, I'm going to throw all these back in the cart here. And I'll leave it in town. You can grab them whenever you want, man. It's almost, I don't know. Well, I have a pretty high ability to carry stuff, so you might not be able to carry them all. It's basically like 2 loads, though. Maybe 2, maybe 3. Let's see, I'm not salty, just talking to understand other views. Chivalry, medieval engineers. Could have been better if the PV was a little more than just swing and block. Yeah, they're trying to go for a more realistic style game, which is probably about, honestly, as good as they could do with like an MMO style. Because if you look at games like, laying on the name right now, give me a second here. Give me a second. Kingdom Come Deliverance. You couldn't really get that granular with it. Not with an MMO because there's too much latency. Like if you hit mid hit, left hit, right, and some for blocking and a parry feature and have a sick PvP. There is a parry feature, my friend, so you can parry left hit, right. Yeah, you could do all that, man. Those are all combos, my man. Yeah, so if you look at later on in the skill trees, I don't know how far you've gotten into the skill trees, but if you look at them, there is combo attacks, right slash left slash thrust, left slash right slash thrust. And then you get a power strike at the end. So there is comboing, if that's what you're talking about. That sounds kind of like what you're talking about. And parry is a feature, yeah. Nah, the yielded guy was being a piece of shit. He was being a real piece of work. He was trying to tell me that he could pick apples whenever he wants. I'm like, nah, did you plant these apples? He's like, no. And I'm like, then they're not yours. Go the fuck away. And he's like, no. And I'm like, well, then die. And I killed him. So used to putting stuff into a cart after we saw it out. Didn't I miss one of these guys? I can't remember. Renegade's fighting was horrible. I own it. Game full of glitches. Wasn't mass scale like this. Yeah, small server community. Yep. Yeah, you're talking about the guy I just killed, right? The CSTG guy? Well, Grim just killed him, rather. The guy that the guild just killed. Yeah, they're purely kill on sight. Like they don't communicate. They're just negative. There's no reason to communicate with them. They just bullshit and try. They're takers, man. They're not looking for any diplomacy. They're not looking to make friends. Yeah, it's probably better that way, man. The thing is, they're not looking for any real diplomacy. So it's kind of like, just go away. Just get out of here. How do you get money in the game? Per one. So the easiest way to get money is to make something valuable. Whether or not it's like a gold ring or, whatever it is your profession makes. So leather, armor, whatever. And you could either sell it on the auction house to to an individual. So you list it up there and you wait for somebody to buy it for a lot of money. Or you could just sell it for cheap to the crown. You can get money that way. It's a nation's actions, Kurt. Yeah, there's many of them and they all play the same way, my friend, unfortunately. So their entire guild is kill on sight. If they want change, then there's also ways for them to contact us through official channels. we're so close, Graham.
How many are left?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correction. 3.
Should have enough here.
Okay, I need 14 more logs.
How many are in the bag?
5. I just grabbed 2. Hey, what's up, YZ? You're just using this as an example. No, I feel you. It's not really a valid example though, because they don't want to communicate with us. They just want to take stuff for no trade. Loots, thank you very much, Rocket. Hey guys, everybody, I see a lot of new names out there. I see a lot of new names. If you type in !loots, fill out a message, it pops up on stream, you get entered into a drawing. Doesn't matter if you're an enemy guild, friendly guild, enemy alliance, friendly alliance, you get entered into the drawing just the same as everybody else. Because on Twitch, we're all neutrals. There may be a lot of Chinese, but I'm sure they want an alliance. Not the... So yes, that is true. I'm sure they do want an alliance. But the CSTG have never spoken to anybody about an alliance so far. All they do is come over here, take stuff, and when you say, hey, what are you doing? They challenge you about their freedom, their free ability to take the stuff. They don't actually, you know, try to actually talk about trading or anything. So it's kind of an invalid example. On Twitch, we're all KOS. Exactly. So agreement. It's just those last 2 up the hill. The last ramped one, and then the flat one right before the gate. I'm gonna pop power hour and just hammer these things out.
Does the gate have all the stuff in it?
Oh, I forgot about that. No, I think it just needs rope. I put the boards in there though. Rope and then whatever else. What's the 4th thing? It needs rope, boards, wood, logs, nails. That's what it is. Maybe we should give them that info when they come up talking like he did. I'm just saying, give them a chance. Nah. I've already spoke. I've spoken to multiples of them. They're not interested, man. Yeah, exactly, Dunder. Dunder's got the spoils of war from that fight. That's awesome. They straight up gave him his horse. Yeah, dude. The guy attacked Dunder. Dunder turned around and whacked him once. And the guy yielded. And he said, take the horse for my life. So then Dunder rode away with the horse. He's like, okay. I mean, the ones I've spoken to could speak it just fine. Funky. But they just weren't interested in actually having a real conversation. They just wanted a hardball instead of talking about negotiating for trade or anything. They wanted to just steal apples instead of like working out a trade for them. I don't have a problem trading apples. That's not a big deal. But you know the whole fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me thing. Ain't gonna work twice, man. You wanted to take some shit? Alright. They do, but I guess, from my understanding, is that they are very, very broken up. Like, they don't have any real clear direction. It would be epic if a guild that large actually started working together. They could accomplish great goddamn things. More iron. I kind of didn't want to pop power hour, but I guess I will. I don't know. I'm not eating good food. But I'll pop it anyways. Otherwise, I'm just not going to do it. And then tomorrow I should be able to pop it at, let's see, 1:30. So that'll be fine. Oh yeah, absolutely, Kurt. Yeah, so every one of the Chinese from CSTG that I've spoken to, every one of them that I've encountered, seem to speak okay English, but they're just not willing to actually talk. Like they just try to hardball, which I'm not interested in. What's that?
Only another 1.5 months of winter.
So close, man. We're so close. We're more than halfway through. That's all that matters. We're more than halfway through.
It's a ball ache, isn't it?
We really need to make sure we stock up on all the good shit, like the flux and fucking hay and all that shit. A nice, just gigantic supply of it. Warehouses full of it. To last us through the winter.
Shit tons of wheat.
Yep. Plus, to be honest, if it's outside of CTSG, I'm sure there's a potential for them. But what are they doing on NA anyways, to be honest? So honestly, I'm sure that they have better ping on the NA server, because it's actually the NA server is in Canada. The NA database or the NA hosting sites in Canada. And so I'm sure they have a far better connection there than they do to Britain. Or no, Germany. I think it's Germany. No, I'm second guessing myself. The EU's in Germany, right? Yes, Astroneer died. Now you're gone. I realize my love for you was strong. I'm missing you, now you're gone. I've been waiting here by the phone. Oh, thank you, Loco. I appreciate that. I'm talking, just to be clear, about the server. You sarcastic ass.
How much rope and how many nails does it get need?
1 rope, 40 nails. Thank you very much, Loco, for putting me on check, my friend. You play games where I'm negotiating or even working directly with Japanese and Russians. It's worked well. On those same things, I've had issues with people from both. Well, dude, we're all gamers, right? And so when it comes down to it, it just depends on the intent of the guild itself. I threw them back in the cart. They're in the horse cart right here.
It's in there now.
Thank you much, sir. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Toxic. Why wouldn't it be allowed? You're confusing me, friend. You're confusing me. You're making me scared and nervous. Funky, the best places are done taken, so if you have a good spot, they spot that what they have to do. Sure, and that's why we kill them. Hey, isn't that the truth? Problemo salvado. Oh, shit. I just spilled juice all over myself. Luckily, I spilt it right on my towel, which is there to prevent me from spilling this shit all over myself. So it worked. Well, now I do need to clean off the outside of my vape here before I pick it up and get juice all over my shit. Trying to click on these little ropes can be tedious. I don't know what that means, friend. Let me Google it. Let me try Google Translate. Let's see if it works. Wool? We don't have any wool. Nah, we have no wool. Not yet. We don't have any stables. Wait, we do have wool? He says, fuck. Hey, how much wool do we have, Loco? Last time I saw, we only had like 7 or something like that. But if we got more... Do we have excess wool? God dang it, dude. My juice spilling got shit all over my hands. But the rag did the job. Oh, hell yeah. You think you made a wool hat and now we have none. That's what I was saying. I didn't think we had any. From what I saw, we had very little. Hey, he's awake again. How are you doing, Hund? Yes, yes, yes. My juice, my juice. Because this idiot didn't put the top back on. We should have a little bit. What do you need it for? I don't need it for anything. YZ was asking. Hold on. I'm gonna attempt to translate into Chinese. In what game, Rebel? How much do we have? Oh, in Astroneer. It's been so long since I played that, man. I played it like 2 years ago, I think, at PAX. No, maybe 3 years ago at PAX now. It's been a bit. Shit, hey Grim, the one I'm hammering right now, I'm gonna go past it, needs 3 more logs in it. If you're still here, I don't know if you're still next to me or not.
There's only 2 left here in the cart.
Oh, okay, it's not a big deal. I wonder if I threw any in this. I didn't. $50?
Running that one.
If you don't mind, man, I appreciate it.
I'm just still one at this house up here.
It's a good game. It's a very interesting game. It's fun. I've never bought it though. I played it, I liked it, but I never bought it. It's one of those games. Well, all right.
Enough to take the horse to the south gate.
Yep.
There's a wolf in the southwest field.
I'll go chase it out of there. Southwest field. I'll just go use my sprint on it, drag it away. I'm not seeing him. Am I blind? Oh wait, now I hear it. It was inside of a bush. Come on, man, follow me. All right, I left him in the open, kind of to the southwest. Should be able to spot him pretty easily.
This fucking south road needs to get fixed.
The what does?
The road going up the south.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's like one fucking sharp incline you can get up.
Yep.
Or it does not like.
No, it doesn't. Maybe that'll be the next project I work on, man, is working on these roads. Get these roads all figured out.
See, something I've been dreading to ask, but I'm going to ask it now. What's happening with the east side?
What do you mean?
That bloody great hill that we're partway into.
Well,
Just over
hello.
the base.
Yeah, what about it though? Like what are the future plans for it overall?
Yeah.
Terracing it up. It's not gonna be a clear cut situation.
No, that's just too much to move.
Yeah, no. At
I mean,
most,
that's a bigger project than me building a fishing hole.
oh yeah, a lot bigger. No, yeah. So at the most, at the so you know where you planted those oaks at the very top there.
Yeah.
So that will probably come down like at most 2 meters. I can't remember. We measured it all out once. So from the top of the walls here. So basically, we just need to be level with the top of the walls here, and we'll be good. And I think it's only like a 1.9 meter average median across where those oaks are. Where it needs to come down like 1.9 or something like that. Hunt October, how are you doing, my man? Got you some coffee? It's looking a lot like winter. It kind of is, yeah, man. Guys, honestly, I'm about to go to bed, guys. I am exhausted. Got to be up bright and early for some school, and then yeah, man. So tomorrow, JH baby. Maybe we'll actually have a good little fight. Yeah, I'm sorry, Hunt. I'm sorry, man. I have been uploading all of my content to YouTube, though, dude. So all of my content is on YouTube. If you haven't already, scroll down, go to my YouTube. Hey, before I log off, what's going on, Matthew? I should be. I'm sorry, man. The first time I came to watch the live webcast. Let me see here. Oops. Sorry, man. I'm using Google Translate at the same time, brother. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, I appreciate it, Hamster. I really do, my man. Thank you for stopping by. Hello. Oh, but sleep is XP wasting, though. I know, guys. I know. You guys ready for this JH tomorrow?
I'll
I'm
be
gonna
at
need
work.
some more bolts.
You need some more bolts? Dude, every time I close the game, it dies.